The Edmonton Oilers lost again last night. I'm sure you're aware of this, Johnny.
Yeah.
And, they lost 4-3. They came alive in the third. There's 25 shots on net. Got Wedgwood. But Dallas was on the back end of a back-to-back. They were leading 4-1 at that point. Like, I'm not sure what to make of a great third period where Sam Gagner scored both goals, actually, which is a really cool story. But they lose. They lose again in reg. And, we did the hashtag, it's only one game, but when they lost 8-1 in Vancouver, now it's been a number of games.
It's only 10 games.
Only 10 games.
Hashtag, it's only 10 games. But Edmonton's 2-6-1, the worst start. I guess they played 9 games. The worst start of the McDavid era in Edmonton. Not good, man. Are you still buying that they'll dig out of this and contend for a cup, or are you starting to change your mind on that?
I'm going down with the sinking ship. I'm
Okay.
not jumping.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I still think like the two most important pieces of that team are what? The play of McDavid and Draisaitl at 5-on-5, and the
I think
power
you can
play.
go right in. No. Go to a goalie. When is it just time to say we got to go get a different goalie? It's like
You need a
Can't do
critical
it.
save.
what?
You can't.
What do you mean you can't? Well, find one. You got to find. You need a goalie to make a save for you. You got the two best players in the world skating 100 miles an hour around out there. You need a guy to make a save. And if they keep not making saves, there's no chance in hell you can win with it. I don't know.
Fair enough. But you said the two best players in the world, they haven't played that way so far. That's also like that part. And I'm not
That's
blaming
fair.
them, but
Okay.
they haven't been the best
They
players
can be
in the world.
better. Yeah.
They'll
can be
likely
better
get better,
in
and they'll
every
likely
situation.
get to
And
what they
likely
usually
should.
do.
Yes, you probably trust them to get it back on the rails more than the goaltenders to all of a sudden become 9-15 goaltenders. Fair enough. And I guess I'd say, well, when they do that, maybe the goaltenders, they won't have to be quite as good because Edmonton will start scoring 4 goals in a game instead of just 2. And maybe they also improve just a little bit. But yeah, like the Duchesne shot, I'm not a goalie noodles, but there's a lot of room between those legs by Stuart Skinner.
There is. Guys, I put it, sorry, Johnny, I put it in the group chat. Like, it's deflating, and you watch all 9 games. Like, the 8-1 was a throwaway. The next night, like, DeSmith, like, stood on his head. Like, you can't just go, oh, they got goalied every night. Like, DeSmith was awesome the next night because I thought the Oilers were the better team against Vancouver on the Saturday night. But they lost. And then you go, like, at some point, your goaltender has to win that battle. We've talked about it here in Toronto. Joseph Woll comes in against Tampa, and I thought he made some critical saves to deliver, the points in Tampa. Sometimes your goaltender just has to. They can't be the reason like that you're off kilter a little bit. Like last night,
And
you're right,
noodles,
Brian.
that when the goalies are junk, it seems like every time your goalie's junk, the other guys, whatever the backup or not, is Hasek in his prime. It's like,
Yeah.
why is this that every guy that we play against, when our guys are junk, they're Hasek
Right.
in their prime? It's so frustrating.
Not the best.
Yeah, I mean, the Oilers are not the 95 Devils defensively either, right? Like, they were a
No, they make
disaster.
some big mistakes. They
Yes.
make some big errors. They're not getting bailed out by their goaltending. They're not getting bailed out by their goal scorers. And I think the easiest thing to clean up is not fixing the goaltending because it is what it's going to be. Is to clean up that defense. Like some of those decision-making moments is just they got to stop shooting themselves in the foot and give themselves a chance. But, it's like I guess it's worse in Calgary, but not much. It's,
Based on points, it's the same.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Right? And the idea that, Edmonton was going to relaunch their season on the outdoor win
No.
for 2 periods, not even. And Sam Gagner, you're right, awesome story in the way the rink responded to him, great stuff. But, he can't be the guy riding to the rescue.